Hi guys, let's answer the all-important question. I'm on an electric motorcycle. What are the first two questions when you see an electric motorcycle? How much did it cost? What's the range? Also, this is the first adventure bike. Let's answer a third question today. Are electric motorcycles prepared to be an adventure bike? Or let's turn that third question around. Are you, the adventure rider, ready for an electric motorcycle? Let's try to answer these questions. This year, zero, all new motor, all new battery, all new frame, subframe, swing arm to handle more weight for, of course, us, the adventure rider. Yeah, 252 kilos of payload. That's a lot. That's the best in the group, I think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Also, what did Zero do? Yeah, they've done many things to make this an adventure bike. I'm loving this whole fairing up here. They increased the suspension travel down there to 190 mils, which is pretty much a standard in the heavyweight adventure group, a minimum. Yeah, you have some that go all the way up to 240, sure. But 190 is pretty standard as a minimum, GS of course. Yeah, Zero had to nail the benchmark in this group. But also, now let's answer the two other questions. How much does this cost? Here in Germany, right now, as it stands, $26,500. And if you need the Type 2 wall adapter, because this is a Type 2 wall or Type 2 socket here, if you don't have that wall mount, then you got to spend another 500 euros to get that adapter to plug into your normal garage wall mount. So yeah, you guys are looking at this bike, 27K. You say, whoa, that's the base. As you see here, nothing else is coming with it. You want top cases, side cases, crash bars, the extended battery, which is 3.6 kilowatt hours. Now you're talking 37K. I'm not kidding, guys. You've just bumped the price up 10 grand. So what would I compare this to? A Ducati. The Multistrada V4S right there starts at 27 like this. Except the Ducati you max out with cases, top case, crash bars and everything. The full, talking 31. So you're getting Ducati pricing, well actually more than Ducati pricing, just not the Ducati name, but you say, but it's green. Fuel economy, yeah, let's talk about that for just a second. Off the charts. Internal combustion engines cannot compete with the electric economy. I was going to say fuel economy. Well, this is electric economy. City, it almost doubles for the highway, of course, because of the speed. So that's fuel economy, price. Now the range, guys. Yeah, what are we looking at here? All city, 290 kilometers. Not bad, right? But how many of us are going to ride an adventure bike in the city? Yeah, you may occasionally if you have to, but not on purpose. Highway, here's the kicker. 135 kilometers, 85 miles, doing 70 miles an hour, 113 kilometers per hour. That's the big white elephant, price and range, in my humble opinion, and hopefully I've answered those two questions. The powertrain, the ride modes, the delivery of power is so smooth, so succulent, so kind and forgiving. I just moved it over to canyon mode a little bit ago. You can hear these bumps in my voice. And it's so controllable. No complaints about this throttle response at anywhere. It just does not matter at what speed, what RPM the motor's spinning at or anything. It's doing very, very well. This battery pack and electric motor thinking it's because it's a direct drive with this belt drive. Maybe that's also what makes it, smooths it out too, is this belt is awesome. Yeah, this thing, for this powertrain, loving this thing and how it feels. Let's come up to the suspension, fully adjustable, Showa, separate function forks here, 190 mils of travel, of course. And look at what's sitting on there, J1s, yeah, 4-piston, radio mounts on 320s. And on the rear also, yeah, you can see the 2-piston J1s. Yeah, those are empty. The pots are empty in the back, so there's 2 on this side. 265 disc. And yes, fully adjustable show on the rear with the preload on the other side there. How does this suspension feel on some of the improvised roads? As far as feel of these Showas, yeah, solid, confidence inspiring, in a corner, no problems whatsoever, no complaints. This whole chassis, yeah, Zero, you nailed it. Beefing it up to hold the weight for the adventure. No complaints out of this chassis. Is it quite to the dynamic ESA on the GS? No, it's not electronic. It's more money, but you don't get electronic suspension. You know, because on a road like this, I would jump the GSA or GS down to road mode and let the electronic suspension just absorb all this, or even put it in enduro mode. But overall, for fully adjustable, manually adjustable Showas front and rear, yeah, it's doing well. Let's take a look at the rest of this bike. You got the grab rails here, nice big grab rails, liking that. Top case, although that feels like plastic. Yeah, and then look at this belt. This is also new this year for the adventure. It's a wider, bigger belt to displace the dirt, and it doesn't get as dirty. Seats, 828 millimeters. You can go to the high seat, it's 865, or the low at 805. So they're trying to accommodate, although your big adventure bikes will go all the way up to 900 mils. This won't. But it's plenty of room, nice plush. I was not complaining, feeling any complaints riding this out here. Now the tank, this is something different. Here is 27 liters of space in here. Yeah, or you can fit the extra battery in here or the fast charger, one or two of the options here that you can put in there. Also, this is where you have the Type 2 adapter to plug into your wall. Now, how does this feel in, say, a little town or a village? Hear that? Okay, speed limit's 30. Let's do 30. There. Wow, that is noisy. You see, I got my visor up so you guys can hear this. Wow. If you want to creep through town and be quiet, there are quieter bikes with internal combustion engines. Interesting. But as far as in this tiny little village, flickability is awesome. But that's because it has a nice wide handlebar, typical of adventure bike, and it's high and back. But man, that's annoying. Right there at 28, 27 kilometers. But flickability, perfect in town here. This is actually better than a GS, better than the new 1200 Tiger. Maybe it's because the battery's weight is all low. You know, and with the Tiger especially, that feels higher, even though the Tiger is lighter than this, 240 kilos. So it's like, Zero did a good job with the weight distribution and keeping it low. And also with this riding position, they nailed. That's the nice thing, Zero. You did nail a few things, but the typical things that plague electric motorcycles are still the same typical things that plague this: price, range, yeah, and the sound. You know, but yeah, it's a give and a take. But in town here, in a little tiny village, it's okay. It actually works. All right, let's see what this thing. I have the windscreen all the way up, and I'm in heavy traffic, and I'm getting a lot of buffeting around my helmet here. But yeah, I definitely would have to get the touring screen, because this is the stock or standard screen here. But as soon as the traffic gets out of the way, there is no speed limit, so let's open her up, shall we? Let's go. Oh yeah, there we go. 180? Can we hit 180? Come on. No. 178. Okay, that's what she will do. But overall, nice cockpit surroundings, setup, no complaints really. I really do not have any complaints. 2 thumbs up if you've got a lot of money and no desire to go on tours. Unless you plan out your adventure tours according to charging stations. And then you got to make sure each charging station has the rapid charger, or you got 3 hours to sit around and charge it up. Or I digress. You guys see I'm struggling with going on a week-long trip with this bike, because I want to go places, do things, and not plan my trips around where the next charging station is. Like Charlie Borman and Ewan McGregor on the long way up, that was the whole show, was one charging station to the next, range anxiety, and that's what this will give me. So if I had this kind of money, I'd get the Ducati Multistrada, or deck out a 1250 GSA. I'm just being honest, guys. Now, the question at the beginning of the video: are you, the adventure rider, ready for this? That's the good question. That's the $1 million question that only you can answer. All right, guys, overall, good job, 0 on your first attempt at adventure bike, but the problems still exist: price and range for all electric motorcycles. Same problem. If you take those 2 problems away, great adventure bike. Love it. Love it to death. No complaints. Maybe a little bit bigger windscreen. Oh, it does have a touring windscreen that they offer you too. I would definitely get that. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. As always, ride safe. That's most important, guys. And number 2, ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care, guys.